So, seeing as we are 1 month through the year, I thought I'd share my most entertaining movies for the year 2011, just like I have done the past 2 years. And I knew I'd be able to do it soon because one of them comes out, well, it's tomorrow when I was writing this, but they actually came out today. And so, let's start the list with my number 10, which is Cowboys and Aliens, which comes out in mid-August. I love Iron Man, but didn't really care for Iron Man 2. But regardless, I am really interested to see more about this movie. I can't really say I'm super excited for this because hardly anything has been told about it. But what I've seen from the teaser trailer, it has surprised me, and I wasn't expecting it to look so dark and gritty. So at the moment, I can't really say much about it. So this is my 10th most anticipated film for the year to come. So my number 9 has actually had even less announced about, but I'm looking forward to it because it is a sequel to a movie that I really did like. Number 9 is Kung Fu Panda 2. I absolutely loved the first Kung Fu Panda. I thought it was a really good, really funny movie and sent out a good message. I think that there is a very good possibility that this will be just as awesome as the first, but there's just one thing I don't like, and that is apparently Poe and Tigress end up forming a relationship, and that I just find horrible because they are the two most unlikely characters to fall in love. But we'll have to find out in July when it comes out. My number 8 is a movie which some people are looking forward to and some are not. And that movie is Sucker Punch. Me personally, I think this looks like a really cool action-packed movie, and how can you not look forward to this? This is everything you could want from a movie. Machine guns, dragons, ninjas, hot girls, and a pretty good plotline, which has potential, but it just has to be top right. And I think it could. So I think we have a very good, exciting action-packed film in our hands. My number 7 is Rango, which I think looks like a really unique. And I like a good adventure movie, and this is what it looks like. In fact, by the trailers, it looks like an animated and original version of Indiana Jones. And I am really glad that this one is not in 3D, because this is the kind of movie that studios will be begging to put in 3D, but this is stuck to 2D, which I'm happy about because it means 3D might start to be less overused, you never know. But regardless, this movie looks awesome. I can't wait to see it, and looks both fun and original and visually good. My number 6 is a movie which came out today, and I was actually lucky enough to go to the screening of it yesterday, but that's pretty much what I thought beforehand going to it. And that movie is True Grit. I can't call myself a Coen Brothers fan because all I've seen of them before True Grit is A Serious Man and about 40 minutes of No Country for Old Men. But this movie looks quite dark and really thrilling and exciting as well. And I think the idea of it is really cool, even though it is hardly an original idea, but it sounds like it could be told really good. And with 10 Oscar nominations, this is bound to be good. Now, we are getting into the top 5, so my 5th most anticipated for 2011 is Battle Los Angeles. This movie looks like Transformers, the first one, not the horrible, dreadful second one. Crossover with District 9. And I love both of those movies. And I can tell from the trailer that this will most likely be an edge of your seat thriller. I mean edge of the bed thriller. I didn't like the first trailer much, but the second one really made me want to see it. And by the looks of things, I think this could be one which will be really well made and actually live up to the hype. and there were only 4 movies last year which did that. But it comes out on the same day as Sucker Punch, so I'll have to decide which movie I end up seeing opening day. Well, I mean, opening weekend. I don't usually see movies on Thursdays. But yeah. My number 4 is another thriller. I know, another thriller. And when it stars Liam Neeson, then how can you go wrong? And that movie is Unknown. I do agree with Tom Shelback when he says that the trailer shows a little too much of the end, but as much as I can think of what the end could be, I can't figure it out. But I love thrillers, especially when it keeps up the tension really well, like Tomorrow When the War Began, Winter's Bone, and Unstoppable. And this one looks kind of like the excitement aspect could be like one of my favourite thrillers called Flight Plan, and it looks like it's trying to be like Taken, which came out in September 2008, and I loved Taken just as much as Slumdog Millionaire, so we will just have to wait and see what it's like, but it looks like the kind of thriller I really like. My number 3 is a movie which comes out next week, and that is 127 Hours. This movie I really want to see because of its high praise, and I think you can get really emotionally attached to the main character. And I think that this would just be an amazing watch, and I'm really glad that the rating has been changed from R16 to RP16 because it means that I can see it, but only if I go with parents. And RP16 is really, really rating. In fact, the last film which got an RP16 is Revolutionary Road. Even though it does sound quite horrific, I do really want to see it. And I think if you do get quite attached and interested with the character, I think it'll be really good because the things he's going through, 5 days, and in order to like, he has to cut his own arm off with a dull blade. It's pretty horrific, and I've heard it's told in a way where anyone could come out of the movie and think, yeah, I could do that. If I were in that situation, then I think it's just the perfect way to tell the story. My number 2 is, oddly enough, the sequel or second part to my number 2 last year. And I think you can use that, and it's Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. My number 1 and my number 2 are very close, but they keep bouncing back and forth. But number 1, I am looking forward to a little bit more. But as you may know, I love all the Harry Potter films. The Chamber of Secrets is my favourite. This one I am a bit worried about because I do think it will be quite rushed, which I did explain in my review of the Hallows Part 1. I can't say too much about it because no plot details have been announced and no trailers have been released, but I'm sure that when a trailer does come out, I will have even more trouble deciding whether I'm looking forward to this one more or the next movie. And my next movie, my number 1, I'm actually, well, it stops right there because, well, if anyone can guess my number 1 correctly guess, first person who can correctly guess what my most entertaining movie of 2011 is, then I will do your choice of review. I will review any movie you want to do. Just any movie. New or old, although if it is new, if it's in cinemas now, you will get to probably check the rating or something like that. Yeah, I will maybe even just do any video you request me to do. Like maybe a vlog or something like that. But probably review, probably stick to review. Yeah. But still, if you correctly guess my number 1, then that is great. So, that is my top 9, I guess you could say, most entertaining movies of 2011, numbers 10 through to number one, I will make my own video about how I am, such that go more in depth about it. And once someone can correctly guess it, or once it's been a little too long, then I will, yeah, do it. Other than my review, not review, I mean reason why I decided for my number one. So, next review will probably be Morning Book. Almost finished my review of that, and I am working on my slideshow of my top 20 favourite movies of 2020. So that's it until my next video, and make sure you can